After a shaky start to his career in 2018, Josh Allen made big strides in year 2 with the Bills. Buffalo made it back to the playoffs and Allen cut down on the interception rate, dropped his bad throw percentage by 5.7%, and gained 510 yards on the ground. Allen showed really good understanding of blitzes, made good decisions and reads, and actually showed good touch on a lot of his throws. He struggles a bit with anticipation, but he moves through full field reads with ease, and he has the arm strength to push the ball into windows despite his lack of anticipation. However, his 58.8% completion percentage was dead last in the NFL, and it was that low for a reason. His mechanics are wildly inconsistent and lead to a number of accuracy issues. He might be deciding to throw it to the right guy, but getting it there reliably is a whole other issue. Usually these things happen in reverse, and young quarterbacks have the physical tools but can't read defenses. In this case, it seems to be the opposite. His mind is recognizing things faster than his body can respond, and because of that, his footwork goes out the window. Despite a growing reputation as a scrambler, Josh Allen does a really good job of keeping his eyes up when he gets out of the pocket. Because of his supreme arm strength, it doesn't matter which direction he's rolling to or scrambling to, he can throw it to just about any spot on the field. Across his body, deep, short, it doesn't matter. If you're open, he'll find you. He shows good patience, allowing defenders to flow, and stays calm while outside the pocket. He definitely can put a little too much heat on some throws, but that doesn't mean he isn't able to take some velocity off and drop balls over linebackers or let receivers run underneath throws. It's something he'll continue to have to work on, but from year 1 to year 2, he's improved his touch throws a lot. Allen also does a good job of getting through his reads and understanding the framework of the defense. He's rarely confused and makes really solid decisions. Here you can see him key the flat defender and look at the quick out to Beasley before going to the corner behind. This play is really supposed to be a rub route to the flat to Cole Beasley here by the Bills, with the receiver that's on the line of scrimmage working to rub his defender and prevent him from chasing to the flats. Instead though, the Texans switch and the outside corner comes up to crash on the flat, which leaves the corner route open with a ton of leverage on the inside defender and no safety help. Allen recognizes the framework of the defense, who to read, and delivers a strike. These kind of reads pop up over and over again when watching Josh Allen. You can see one of his best anticipation throws right here. On the snap, he turns and is watching the safety and overhang defender to check for a rotate. As soon as he sees the overhang defender come up on the sit route, he delivers an anticipation throw to the dig in the cleared zone. Little nuances like this play against the Texans shows that Allen is really dialed in mentally, which is super encouraging. Out of empty, teams often like to blitz the inside slot defender since they're stacked close to the line and there's no extra protector to help out. That's just what Allen is looking for here. As the ball is snapped, he gives a quick peek over to the slot corner to see if he's blitzing and if he can throw hot to that side. When he sees that the corner is running in coverage, he comes off of it and back to the slant on the other side. He's got all the mental tools, we know he has the arm, so why is he missing throws and what are the issues holding Josh Allen back? To put it bluntly, his lower body mechanics they're bad. He is so inconsistent with his footwork, it's almost impressive on some level. His base tends to be really wide, he struggles to line up his legs and feet with his throws, which prevents hip rotation and accuracy. His drop is almost never synced up to routes, which forces him to bounce in the pocket and cause vertical accuracy issues, and whenever his footwork is rushed or he's trying to get the ball out fast, his base crumbles. You can see his eyes move through progressions here and he's mentally processing everything, but his feet are staying. He's finding the right route, but he's not ready to throw it. His biggest issue is not lining up his feet to his receivers. When you aren't lined up to throw, it makes it incredibly difficult to have consistent accuracy. You can see here how he's aimed directly down the middle of the field and trying to throw to his right. It's tough to get any hip rotation and sound lower body mechanics from this position. You're off balance with no platform to make the throw from, and as a result, the ball sails high. You can see again how he's misaligning his feet and stepping horizontally instead of at his receiver. His feet are pointed towards the sideline and he can't get his hips into the throw and the ball goes into the ground. He has the arm talent to make these throws, but without a consistent base, it's hard to have good ball placement from a down-to-down basis. This especially crops up when he's running RPOs or quick throws. On most quick passing schemes, he does a backpedal drop, which usually results in him being off balance. He's falling away from throws, can't plant with his back foot, and ends up being more inaccurate than not. When you have no platform to push off and deliver from, you're relying all on your arm to make the throw as your body is trying to compensate for the momentum and mechanics of your throw. Balls will end up high, low, or behind receivers on a ton of these quick throws. It's all about the feet, and the feet aren't matching the routes or where he's throwing. The few times he does appear drop back, he throws on time with anticipation and looks really good. The problem is that's the exception and not the rule. 90% of the time he does a skip drop where he's sitting and waiting for receivers to get open or is in the middle of hopping when receivers are coming open. It's just not good football and not playing within the system and is equal parts to blame on Brian Daboll, the offensive coordinator. You can see that by the top of these drops, almost all the receivers aren't even looking, and Allen has to wait or come off his read. Combined with Allen wanting to see stuff open instead of throwing with anticipation, and it's a recipe for poor mechanics and mistimed throws. He can also be a little quick to bail from pockets and makes very large moves when he is in the pocket. There isn't much subtlety. He doesn't need to be Tom Brady with small sidesteps and movements, but it does get a little wild sometimes, and he moves himself into pressure when he's perfectly safe inside the pocket, which causes him to miss throws or run into sacks. Josh Allen is far from a polished quarterback, but there is reason to be optimistic in Buffalo. He's making good decisions and is mentally clearly capable of being a top quarterback in the NFL. The mechanical issues and footwork are a huge concern, and if they don't get fixed, he'll never be a consistently accurate quarterback. With off-season work and time dedicated to targeting and fixing his wide base, pointing his toe, and syncing his drops with route concepts, you could see a very quick turnaround for Josh Allen. We know he's there mentally, and he has more than enough arm talent to succeed. Once he puts it all together, we may be looking at a quarterback that dominates the AFC East for the next 10 years. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe. It helps us out tremendously. Comment below who you'd like me to analyze next, and make sure to check out our website, weeklyspiral.com, where you can read all our latest content, including a written form of this video with GIFs. You can also find our Patreon and social handles and all that stuff there as well. Until next time, I'm Casey Sully, and I'll see you on the next film breakdown.